Let's get this party started, guys. We'll kill you here in a couple minutes. If you guys are hopping on, comment in the chat. Say if this is your first year with Endeavor and what location you guys are from. If you guys don't mind, start popping in the chat. We're gonna grab these names here in a second at the end of the call for the gift cards. Should everybody hopping on?
That's why her owners use my
Keep muting up.
sheet washable. This is Michelle, and I'm a first time.
Beautiful. Thanks, Michelle. Do you mind popping that in the chat for us? I appreciate that.
Sure.
I know where Michelle's from. I
Highland?
remember that voice, Michelle. I can tell that voice anywhere.
Hey, TJ.
Yeah, if you guys are hopping on, we can do it video wise too, man. We'll see how big this call gets the first time we're doing it. You can pop off too. Let me keep muting up. Keep up with this.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just start ripping. Let's kill a few minutes. Beth, if you're on, do you mind popping on? Just letting us know if this is your first year or not and what location. Let's just do it open and let's jam, guys. We got Tara from Highland. If you guys want to comment in the chat too, if you guys are busy. We got quite a bit of Highland on here. Let's go. We got Beth from Howell.
I also
Andy
am from
from
Howell first time.
Let's go, bro. Thanks for hopping on, dude. Excited for your first year. You got Tammy in the house. Coming up in the chat. Sweet. I'm gonna try to keep muting up, you guys. I tried to make it in the settings, but I have a feeling we're gonna have a big call here. Christine, you see my email, by the way? You can give me a thumbs up. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Oh, so I'm Tammy. Started over at TrueFit in Heartland.
Cool. Nice. Have you done Endeavor before?
No, but I have been a CrossFitter for 10 years. So
okay, cool.
I think I'm okay.
Let's go. Yeah, you're gonna be great. Everybody on the call is gonna be great. Thanks for that. Anybody else want to pop on your video? Do a couple more intros before we get started here. We got Kayla popping on, 4th year Plymouth. Let's go. Tara, I see your comment. Let us know. Oh, the second Tara. I see 1st year. What location are you from? Let's go. Anybody else want to pop on video? A few more intros. Is there anybody that did their 1st year Endeavor last year by chance? 1st year Endeavor. Anybody on? What's up, Holly? Thanks for hopping on. Dr. Drake.
How's it going?
Yeah, are you all done?
Cool. We got Chelsea from Highland. Threw it up in your name. Good job. Someone's good at Zoom. Okay, just a few more minutes here. Beautiful. Any more comments?
I'm right here.
Cool. Let me get some more going.
I'm in a Zoom meeting.
Cool. We got a few more joining. We'll
Are we supposed to be what are we supposed to be saying? I'm sorry.
Let's go. Anybody that hopped on, is anybody's 1st year of Endeavor last year? By chance. I'm going to do Endeavor 1st year. I would like to see, this will be fun real quick before we get started. Who do you think won? Who do you think's winning for how many years you've done Endeavor? Throw that in the chat real quick. Anybody on the call has done the most years for Endeavor? I got a 4 year so far from Kayla. Can anybody beat 4 years? Coming up in the chat, you can. Beth, how many years have you done? You're unmuted. That's why I called you out.
Oh, sorry.
What about Holly or Aaron? Those two got a lot of years in that.
Yeah. Yeah. Holly, you were at the very first one, right?
Yes. Yep. Very first one.
Are we on 8 or 9? I keep getting messed up this year. Do you know?
Huh? I don't know.
I'll have to look back. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Is anybody, I'm going to call it some newer locations too. Is anybody from Pinkerton on the call today? If you guys are from Pinkerton.
I am.
Cool. Who is that? I don't know who's talking.
Oh, Cashmere.
Okay. Very cool.
Pinkerton, Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. They opened up. I think this is the newest location that wasn't able to do last year. So we got Andrew for year 3. Okay. Beautiful. So we'll go ahead and get started, you guys. I have kind of like a base overview presentation today. So I know we got a bunch of, Aaron's on. That's what you called him out, TJ. Aaron, how many years have you done? 4? Okay, cool. I think we got a tie for 4. If anybody else has year 5 in here, comment up in the chat too. Okay. All right, well, we'll get started. So basically, you guys just kind of do this open call. First year we're doing this. This is pretty cool. First half, we're pretty much just gonna go over lay of the land, like what to expect for the program. I'm gonna be talking through it. First timers on the call, this will be helpful. Anybody watching back on replay as well. At the end of the call, obviously we made some changes and stuff like that this year. So happy to chat through any open questions, stuff like that. In the meantime, if any questions are coming up in the meantime around certain subjects, I'm going to go in a certain order, right? So I would like to keep all open-ended conversations in regards to the optimizations and changes that we did in the program. Let's leave those at the end. But if anything's coming up as I'm going through subjects, you can do a hand raise, or if you guys do want to pop up and just interrupt me real quick, I'm happy to answer this as we go. So the goal of the call initially up front, we'll be getting over what Endeavor is on a base level. And then if anybody has any questions in regards to the optimizations and changes that we had that we're really excited about. So let me go ahead and get my screen ready. I'm going to go ahead and share some presentations so we go in order. And everybody watching live, thanks for hopping on. If there's more that's hopping on, amazing. And then to all of our new people, welcome to the call. You guys are in. No reason not to. We're going to have a big year this year, you guys. So we'll go ahead and get some slides going. Just diving into Endeavor. You guys, first and foremost, Endeavor is all about stepping up, showing up, and celebrating big, okay? This program is absolutely incredible, a huge part of what TrueFitters do. This is the biggest season of the year. If you guys haven't done it before, welcome to your first year. You do not want to miss out. If you guys are watching back on replay or even live on the call and you're unsure, you want to be in. This is an incredible way not only to connect with the whole TrueFit community, but on the flip side of that, it's an incredible way for you to challenge yourself, okay? Yes, we do have a competitive divisions, okay? We do have a competitive feature around this, but the biggest essence of this is celebrating anybody that steps up to the plate, okay? Around here, no one goes at it alone, right? So instead of this being an individual competition, this is about team camaraderie, all right? TrueFitters, we push each other, we celebrate each other, and we celebrate together and support each other, all right? So Team Endeavor is gonna be your next breakthrough, okay? This isn't just about fitness. It's about proving to yourself you can commit, you can conquer hard things, and you are stronger than you think. I'm even reluctant to even say that part about hard things because I don't want anybody to get spooked out about the program. Participation here is absolutely incredible. So outside of our regular competitive features, the biggest thing here is participation because this is an incredible 6-week program that you can set some goals for yourself. You guys can obviously see where you're at on your fitness levels and certain workouts, the well-rounded workouts, weekly workouts we'll talk about here in a second. But more than anything, the big celebration across the whole TrueFit family, okay? The 6 weeks begins May 6th, okay? That's technically Tuesday, the first night that we kick off. Your team will push you when you need it most, okay? And pushing outside of pressures, just think about how many opportunities that we have as a whole for individuals to step up to the plate. You know, sometimes people did sports when they're younger. Sometimes people had no background in fitness, stepping up. Team Endeavor is all about you stepping up to something that might make you a little bit nervous. And that's okay. If you guys are on the call and you're unsure, the nerve-wracking part is super normal, okay? And this is a big way for you guys to celebrate yourself, set some goals and so forth, okay? Your team will push you when you need the most, and you'll do it for the same for them. This is a team program, okay? This year we're doing 3-person, same or mixed sex teams. So it does not matter any kind of, sex as far as the team goes. Excuse me. If it's all same-sex team, that's okay. If it's mixed, that's totally perfect as well. We have 3 categories. We have Rad, Raddest, and Masters, okay? With the optimizations that we did this year, Rad category is really going to be positioned as a participation category, okay? Once we get into Raddest, that is a bit more of our competitive division because it will have stricter standards when it comes to weekly workouts and judging, okay, along with the finale event. Now, the Masters category, we're celebrating big time. This is 50+. We did this for the first time last year. It was a huge success, but that will have a little bit harder standards as far as judging goes, okay? So if you guys have any injuries, any kind of scaling options, stuff like that, and a big note here is I do want to open up for questions at the end, but really talk to your leadership. You guys have incredible fitness professionals inside location. You have incredible ownership inside location. But if you're on that fence and you don't know where you land, that's totally normal, okay? We'll talk about the call to action to get onto the free agent banner. But the Rad category is going to be participation. It is not going to have a podium this year, and that's not to take something away. That is to really make sure it's a participation category. I don't know how many people on the call have done a Tough Mudder. They've done any sort of event before, and they're doing it just to participate, just for you to do an event. Some people just do a 5K. Some people just set any kind of goals. And that's a really powerful opportunity for any individual as far as your fitness level and your fitness goals. You just set a mark and train for something, Okay. This is an incredible opportunity for this program to actually train for something, set some goals over the next 6 weeks, and step out to your comfort zone and be a part of the huge event, the huge finale at the end, and celebrate with the whole TrueFit family. Okay. So 3 categories. Rad, we like to call it beginner, but it is going to be a participation category. Raddus will have a podium, stricter standards as far as judging goes to keep the integrity across all TrueFit locations, and then obviously masters. All right. Next up, you're going to get stronger. You're going to build confidence, and you're going to finish something that you're proud of. Okay. That's what this program's about. Outside of what happens at the finale event or the race or anything like that, these are side effects that you're going to have by signing up for this program. Every week we have a new workout coming up, a new workout challenge. And these are really positioned to be well-rounded. Okay. Some people like to go a little harder on cardio. Maybe you move a little bit faster. Some individuals like to go a little bit heavier on strength and so forth, different goals and so forth. And the biggest thing here at TrueFit is we definitely encourage well-rounded athletes, well-rounded longevity. Okay. So these are well-rounded. So each week we do focus on our weekly workout challenges to be well-rounded across the board, not just super cardio-based or not super strength-based across the board too. I'm seeing some chats in here too. So Christine, if you're on the call and you don't mind backing me up, I can't see the chats while I'm doing this presentation. So if there's anything that comes up that you feel like we should stop, please just hop on and let me know, okay? You'll get massive support from your... Yeah? Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard someone. You're going to get massive support from your team and the whole TrueFit family as you level up, okay? Like I said, these workouts are designed to be well-rounded and a powerful way for you to celebrate your fitness and use as a benchmark throughout your whole fitness journey, okay? The weekly workout challenges are mini workouts, okay? We post these live on Tuesday night at 9 p.m., as you can see at the bottom. And this is a cool way. There's a lot of anticipations around seeing what the weekly workout challenges. We don't release these in advance, okay? So there is a little bit of looking forward to that night to see what that weekly workout challenge, and you'll have a full week to get that in before scores are submitted. Now, depending on what your location looks like, some locations hold specific sessions for testing. You can do them before and after work. Before after workout, and you will have someone judge you for a score. Now, inside the RAD category, you can opt out, to having that potentially posted public if your team wants to be participation, okay? So if there are teams, and we can chat through this in internal things with your club, is that if you guys are here to participate, and there's a lot of conversations around the pressure around the weekly workout challenges, okay? A lot of these optimizations that we made this year are based around to reduce injuries, to reduce some pressure for participation and so forth. But if obviously if your team sees fit, your team will go on an online leaderboard, scores will be submitted. And this is a cool way so you can see your team stack up how you're stacking up with all locations as the program's going on. All right. So unlike previous years where we included some of the score for the week for the leaderboard, we talked through a lot of owners calls, a lot of open feedback on different ways to optimize it. The biggest thing was talking about injuries, the teams at the finale, stuff like that. This is gonna be a cool position way if you guys are an Endeavor veteran to come on back if you are worried about going super hard every single week leading up to finale. Okay. And that will also be the weekly workout leaderboard will also be your heat time at the finale event. Okay. So that will be cool. It's where you can go out in heats with some of the teams that are around you as far as the rankings go and stuff like that. The online leaderboard is really cool because you can always see these scores from previous years. You can always retest these workouts at any point in time to see how far you've came. All right. It's not uncommon for us to repeat at least one Endeavor workout from the previous year into the next year. And that's a really incredible way because a lot of people who continue to do the program can see how much they've improved on their fitness. And that's a huge celebration as well. All right. Any questions so far? Trying to pay attention to the chat real quick. If you guys are hopping on or just hopped on, feel free to comment what location you're from. If you've done it before, first year, just looking into it. Okay. Let's keep this party rolling. Okay. As I mentioned, divisions, RAD participation beginner, Raddus is competitor, competitive masters is 50 plus, but it is competitive. It will have hard standards as far as that goes for the podium. Okay. A big question that we get often is how to decide whether or not you should go in the Raddus category or not. Okay. There is an Endeavor fitness test available. We'll post that link. It should be, live on your locations. Also check out HQ, where we gave you guys a direct link with the overview of the program. I went in detail around the rule books video. We also have a Couch to Endeavor program for running. There is a running component in regards to this. So a lot of people hop on and they're like, I'm not a runner. We even gave you a program to follow. And if you follow that running program, you're going to be in great shape for the finale. And we'll talk about running here in a second as well. Okay. there is a Endeavor fitness test that will kind of give you a benchmark for you to test, and you guys can perform that, you know, if you can talk to your location and stuff like that, to see whether or not you should go up to Raddest. We always like to say, typically, if it's your first year for Endeavor, doing your first year for participation is not a bad thing, okay? But a lot of you guys should be stepping up to that category, and I want to emphasize, even stepping up to the Raddest category, even the last place team in the Raddest category is a massive, massive celebration, okay? Even stepping up to that category is a massive, massive celebration. The last person team on the Raddest category, we are celebrating you so hard because it takes courage. It takes a lot of things to step into the Raddest category. It's not unheard of for previous years for teams that were in the Rad category when we used to have it, podium it, and they never wanted to go up to Raddest, okay? This is a huge deal if you guys are ready for Raddest. There is a fitness test for you to do it. Talk with your leadership at your club. Talk with the fitness professionals. They're happy to give you some insight on your fitness level to go up to it, okay? But like I said, if it's your first year, you want to do for participation, please don't feel that kind of pressure because it's really cool. We have a lot of competitive true fitters who have done this for a long time that have gotten in amazing shape and celebrating their whole fitness journey, okay? But it is a competitive division, and we will have strict scoring when it comes to that at the finale event and, of course, with the weekly workout challenges, all right? Other winnings available. This is not just for the finale run. There's other ways to do this. Honestly, when the program was really developed, you know, it was just an idea that I had that I was like, how do we do a team workout challenge during the summer where most people fall off their goals? And how do we do a transformation program? So it can still be an incredible transformation program. You guys can check some metrics for your own fitness level. Maybe you guys want to get stronger. Maybe you guys want to lose, you know, body fat, whatever it might be. There is a biggest transformation category for that as well. Okay. The Spirit and Endeavor Award is one of the most fun things. Okay. A lot of teams battle up for the Spirit Award. And this is really cool because they come up with unique ideas that where they post up in the all locations group, tagging other locations, stuff like that. The Spirit and Endeavor Award is really powerful. And that's a trophy that goes into your location that you hold on for a whole year and get to celebrate, you know, you guys showing up for the Endeavor Spirit. And that's the biggest thing that we encourage right from the rip, you guys, is not only will you guys feel the camaraderie and being a part of something inside your location, this is a massive way for you guys to really see what TrueFit is across the whole. Support from other locations, different fun things to make the program enticing and so forth. Okay. So the Spirit Endeavor Award, you guys get your name on it. You guys get to hold it at your location, celebrate that you guys showed up. And that's one of the biggest awards too. It's like TrueFit, our #1 core values community, right? Showing up for the person next to you just as much as the person yourself. But these locations feel and are much more than a workout. All right. Like I said, the biggest transformation team, and we have a ton of giveaways and so forth from sponsorships. Okay. So it's not unheard of for you guys to see, you know, sponsors hop into, you know, the community group, start giving away giveaways and so forth in which you guys will have access to. All right. Moving along. Finale is June 14th. It is going to be at a new venue this year that we're really excited about. There is, you know, if you guys have been paying attention and so forth, we did have venue changes. We had a lot of open conversation with ownership and so forth. This venue is going to be really incredible because back in 2020, we hosted one at a track. And a lot of different cons that we've heard previously. So if you guys are on the fence and you're like, the trail run spooks me out, tripping on roots and stuff like that, that will not be a big component this year. The next part is we had longer runs previous years on a trail, and a lot of the event wasn't able to see for spectators and so forth. So this is an incredible way for your family, your friends to come out and watch the whole event, but it will all be visible the whole time for you guys to cheer on your teams and so forth. This event is incredible. We're going to have wide open fields, and the running aspect is going to be shorter and more broken up. So one of the biggest fears that we've had previously is the long run. So it's going to be smaller laps broken up in between events. The 2020 year, we had an incredible proof of concept for this, towards do an event, go on a short lap and so forth. So if you guys are nervous about the run, it will be much more obtainable where you don't have a long sprint out through the woods to come back to hit your next lap. All right, we are going to, the final event is a massive, massive party. Okay, it's a mix between an obstacle course, fitness race to be done with your team. So this is cool too, because your team will support you. You guys can strategize on what stations to pick up more reps and those types of things. And it will be the most epic after party to connect with the whole TrueFit family. Okay, so this is an incredible way for you guys to hang out, celebrate. We have a ton of ways to optimize the finale event. The 3-person teams was a big part of that this year. We will set up shuttles and all these sorts of things that are already set up in regards to this new venue that we're super excited about. All right, moving on. If you guys can't make it to the finale for some reason, we do want to encourage participation. Okay. So there's a lot of teams that if that final date doesn't work for you, you still want to participate with the whole TrueFit family. At that point, discuss with your leadership and your ownership of what that would look like for potentially, what it might look like as far as you not making it to the finale. We should still do the weekly workout challenges. You should still participate with us across the whole. You would just want to make sure that your team, your full team, isn't able to make it to the finale. So there's no oddball people out or anything like that. Okay. Cost. Every year since we ran it, we've never increased costs or anything like that. It's been $150 since we started over 8 years ago, and includes the full program. Okay. It also includes your event t-shirt, bonuses, and the epic finale. If you guys aren't able to make it to the finale, discuss with your ownership as well, because this program you guys do not want to miss out on if you can't make it to the finale. All right. This is your time, you guys. We're only a few weeks out from start. Okay. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys comment in the chat your name and your location. Christine's going to support me a bit in raffling off the gift cards. For everybody that hopped on, stay on. We want to make sure you guys are on for the winnings. And we'll be raffling off the gift card here in a couple minutes. Now, I know I went through a lot, and I'm really going to encourage open feedback and questions, you guys, because I'm sure there's things that I've missed and so forth. All right. So if you guys want to, I'm going to stop my screen here. If you guys want to throw hands up, or if you guys do want to, as long as it's not too chaotic, if you guys have any questions, maybe throw it up in the chat or throw your hands up, or we can see how it works if you guys just want to hop on and kick your audio on. All right. So open question time. And owners on the call, if there's anything you guys think I missed, back me up as well, as far as the overview and so forth. Open questions. I know we got a lot of veteran Endeavor athletes. If you guys have any questions on the rulebook changes or anything like that.
I'll ask a question.
What do you got, Danny?
I put my name up on the board under RAD. I mean, I can still change it down to RAD if I wanted to, if I get a team together. But when do we actually register? If we find a team right now, do we just register now?
Yeah, great question. And I need to make that clear too. I missed that part, which is the big part. Is anybody on the call? Your first step isn't to figure out a team and so forth. Okay, that can be a lot of pressure. I'm not saying this is your direct question, Danny, but I'll get there. Is get your name up on the banner. If there's a board at your location, whatever the free agent call to action looks like at your location, we will help you guys get teamed up. And that's our big support if it's your first year. Some of you guys have been Endeavor previous years. You already got maybe teams already in the mix that you've done it with previously. But the biggest call to action right now, you guys, is get your name up on the banner or the whiteboard, whatever it looks like inside location. Now from there, Danny, 100% yes, right? Still a lot of unknowns as far as what kind of team to be on. If you guys want to put it in the RAD category, RADIS is still going to be a part of the conversation when we support you guys and getting you teamed up. As far as actual registration goes, that will be happening over the next couple of weeks, depending on your location. They'll notify you. They'll give you next steps as far as what that looks like. And team banners are going up here very soon. Okay, so the team banners have been released to all locations. There will be another banner that goes up inside locations where people actually write their teams up and so forth. That has just been available to your location, so it's not procrastination on their end. We just had a lot of different date pushbacks and a lot of different things on the HQ level. But the biggest call to action would be get your name up on the free agent banner. That's saying, hey, I'm in. From there, we'll help you guys get teamed up before the names go up on the team banners. Okay. So Danny, direct answer is, that location obviously is, and the leadership will help you get teamed up and help you also discuss with you as well if you're unsure about what division and stuff like that to be in. Fair enough?
Yep. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Great question, Danny. I'm glad you brought that up right from the rip. We got a hand up from Nicole. Saw your hand up and then it went away. Nicole, you got a question? Okay. Holly, I saw you pop on. Were you about to say something?
I was just going to tell you, someone asked if it was 150 per person or per team, but TJ answered it in the chat.
Okay. Yep. It's been $150 per person. And you guys, a lot of that obviously goes into the finale event, how to host the finale event and so forth. Yeah. But that is per person. It's been like that 8 years ago, 9 years ago. We've never raised prices to make sure we keep it affordable for everybody. So
Tyler, my question, sorry, I couldn't figure out how to unmute. It's Nicole. Being that it's at a public park, how does that change the party aspect?
Yeah. I mean, we got the clear as far as, if anybody wants to enjoy adult beverages, that is something that we have confirmed. And like I said, you guys, even if, even if you don't feel, called to adult beverages or anything like that, we're gonna have plenty of events, plenty of vendors. We're gonna bring out cold plunges, saunas. I mean, there's gonna be tons of stuff to do. We've been really working over the past years to really make it family friendly and stuff like that. So we've done bounce houses, we've done all those types of things. A really incredible event. Of course, if you guys want to enjoy adult beverages, we do have that confirmation and so forth. But the biggest part is we have a lot of ways that we want to elevate the finale event. A lot of cool entertainment and stuff like that we're working on. TJ?
Yeah. Can you just chat about like the parking situation, and how that's going to work? I know you said stuff about shuttles, but is that going to be recommended, or is there going to be more or similar parking to what we had at past events?
Yeah, good question. So, with the new venue, anybody on the call, I think everybody who is asking this question has awareness, but basically the original venue and the original date that we put out was going to be extremely detrimental for our attendance. So there was probably 5 or 6 owners that had contacted me like, hey, this isn't going to work and we need participation to run this event. So it was a lot of weeks of open feedback. TJ, I appreciate your support. Holly's on the call. I appreciate your support and looking at different venues. This venue actually isn't that much far off from the original parking that we had at the other location. It just looked different. So we've done a lot of other R&D and those types of things, looking into just the way that they were parking in the street. Also cons, a lot of people were having to park in the previous venue and walk 30 minutes to even bring your stuff up and so forth. So this is going to be much different. The whole event is going to be able to be seen. We do have a massive shuttle thing going to where it's going to be doing shuttles from TrueFit Howell, as well as another overflow parking lot. So there will be a lot of information in regards to parking. Every year we're encouraging carpooling. Every year we are. Even at Bishop, we were struggling with this. The last year's venue was parked up the street. We really got to the point of capping on this. So if you guys are familiar with the park, that might have been concerned, but we've literally carved parking spots. We've got shuttles on deck. We're doing everything we can to obviously not have this be an issue. But the biggest thing is encouraging people to plan to be there for the day event. You guys will have access to kind of come through and drop some stuff off. There's a big logistical thing going with parking, but feel really confident with the solutions that we've came up with for that, and we'll continue to work on. So good questions.
And like in past years, there's going to be a similar athlete village for them to pop the tents and grill and things.
Yep. And a lot of you guys are familiar. If you guys are local to the area, you guys are probably familiar with the park. So I'm sure it's like, how is this going to happen there? We rented out both of the soccer fields. We will have access to the hill. That's maybe a slight little nudge there. But the biggest thing is like one of those soccer fields is really going to be our event side, and the other soccer field is really going to be our athlete village, all the vendors, all those types of things set up. So we have plenty of room. It's all in a wide open field. The amenities and restrooms, of course, we will bring in more porta potties and stuff like that, but it's going to be it wasn't just this, it has definitely not turned into just a solution to fix the date. I actually am really excited about all the optimizations of having the full event out on the field, how we can see everything drop off. We want to walk a half an hour and stuff like that, but carpooling in the shuttles is definitely going to be a big initiative for this. But even the playground, all these other things, that will be a much more family friendly event that day as well as all the other things that we enjoy about Endeavor. More open questions, guys. Don't be shy. I know we got some names and stuff going up in the chat. If you guys hopped on a little late, please comment your name and your location. We're getting ready to do the gift cards here shortly. I'm sure there's more questions, you guys. Let's get them out.
How many teams are going to be running per heat?
It's a great question. We're getting pretty close to that. A lot of logistics. I mean, TJ, we're on the call almost every single day for a while, but with the date change and the venue change, that was a whole thing for weeks to figure that out. And yeah, we're planning obviously the weekly workouts were a big initiative, and this change was significant for us on the HQ level. But we will be sorry, I'm getting a notification here. We will be announcing that here pretty soon, but still planning the finale run for sure. Do we need more volunteers? Okay, so Chelsea from Highland. This weekend prelims, you guys, by the way, I should probably talk about prelims. This Saturday, tomorrow's the last day to register. Prelims is a separate event from Endeavor. Okay, so it's just a one-day party. We're going to bring out cold plunge sauna. It's a big social. If you guys aren't competing, please come in, hang out, and support the teams. But it is a separate event. from the finale. So you don't have to do prelims to do Endeavor and vice versa. This Saturday, we could definitely use some more support from volunteers. I haven't checked with the team as of today of where we're sitting. But if you are available for this Saturday, that would be incredible. As far as volunteers for Endeavor goes, we will be putting that out quite a few weeks in advance, but we're still a little early for that. So I appreciate that question more than any of them in the chat. So I appreciate you asking, Chelsea. Thank you for that. Okay. Christine, how you feeling? Getting close? Okay. More questions, guys. We got about 9 minutes left for this block.
All right, I'll ask another one. Weekly workouts. Is this something you do at home? Is this at the gym? Do you have to do it with your team, or you do it all separate and then tally it up?
Yeah, great question, man. Yeah, so you do not have to be there in physical form with your team to do that, but that will be performed inside of the gym. Okay, so depending on location logistics, sometimes it definitely can always be before or after a workout. Sometimes locations run sessions to do those. But you do not have to be physical with your team. So that's encouraging for you guys as well, is maybe there's team members that we help you guys get teamed up with, or maybe, maybe they work out in a different time slot than you. Maybe they're an early bird and you're in the evening, and vice versa. You guys can still be on the team together as far as that goes. So great question, Danny. Thank you for that. Any more open questions before I have kind of an ask for someone? All right. I would love if anybody feels comfortable that was super nervous for their first year to do Endeavor to pop off the mic and chat with us about their experience. If you've done Endeavor before, I don't want my words to be the only mix. You guys talk about this event. Does anybody want to go for a couple minutes and talk about their experience with this event?
I will.
What do you got?
I'll talk about it. Yeah, I was super, super nervous. Actually, both times, because you are putting yourself out there a little bit. But I tell you, it just feels great. The end final party is the best thing ever. And it's true, like when you do the weekly challenges and you see the growth and the change, it does build your confidence. So that's why I'm doing it again, to push myself.
Welcome back, Beth. Thank you for that.
You.
Thank you for that. Anybody else have anything to say? If anybody was on the fence watching this, let them hear from you. Encourage them. That's what we do as True Fitters.
Hey, it's Kayla.
What up, Kayla?
Hey. So this is my 4th year doing it. The first year I was super nervous because I'm not a runner. The strength and the challenges, 100% could do those all day long. But the running is where I struggled. So I just practiced. So every day before class, I'd do a lap around the gym or 2 laps, just like incorporate it into the workouts to get my endurance up. And it ended up being much better than I thought it was going to be. It was like a relief once it was done, but like a happy feeling where it was just like a huge sense of accomplishment. And then the party afterwards with everyone at the gym and just hanging out and having a good time. You get to see a different side of people. And I loved it. And that's why I'm here again for year number 4.
I love it, Kayla. Thank you so much for that. We got a hand up for iPhone 2. My top left if you want to unmute. I see you with your hand up, iPhone 2. You're my top left.
Is that you, Michelle?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll give you a second. Once you get hop on. Anybody else have anything they want to say about the program? We got a few minutes left. Christine also threw in the chat any more names for raffles. So if you guys haven't commented your name and your location, maybe if this is your first year or not, make sure you throw it in there. Christine's going to wrap us off with the gift card raffle. There we go.
Okay. Now, this is my first time doing the Endeavor, and I'm kind of excited about it. I'm a little nervous, but I'm looking forward to doing it. So we'll see what happens.
Love it. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Way to step up. I see one more question here. I just saw it. The weekly workout challenge was if I have to travel, can I do it on the road? There is unique things that we can do to help with that, with travel. Okay. So discuss that. If you don't mind, discuss maybe that unique scenario with your location, because there are ways that you could potentially perform at another gym, maybe send out a video, those types of things. with the optimizations for the weekly workout challenges, that could look a little bit more easier to do. So if you don't mind, I don't want to give a direct call to action for that. Scott, for whatever location you're from, just talk with your leadership about that, but do not let travel be your barrier to entry to do this program. If you guys have any travel planned. Any more questions? I want to make sure I didn't miss any.
I do have some travel plans. I'm going to be gone from for 2 weeks in the very beginning of May. So I just want to make sure that I'm able to go ahead and, get workouts in and participate as much as possible within that first 2 weeks.
Beautiful. Yeah, we got solutions for days as far as that goes. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Great.
Perfect. And I will reach out to TJ for that.
Beautiful. I'll have all the answers for you.
Thank you.
All right. That was a nice eye roll, TJ. Any more questions? I'm just playing.
Give you a thumbs up.
Okay. All right. Christine, let's take it. I got a few more minutes here. So if you are you able to share your screen? I just gave you permission. You want to show us the random picker? So we got the 2 row gift cards. Whoever ends up winning, if you don't mind just shooting us an email to info@truefit.com. We just need your information to get that to you. As you guys can see, Christine's got all the names in the chat. We got our first winner coming. Emily Roberts. Congratulations on our first gift card. Emily,
yay, Emily.
Let's go. Is that Highland?
Yeah.
Cool. So just a reminder, shoot us an email to info@truefit.com so we can get you that gift card. Then we got Andrea from Howell. Congratulations, Andrea. Congratulations. Nice job, guys. Cool. All right. So we're kicking off here soon. Reminder about prelims this weekend, you guys. We could use some support for volunteers, or if you guys want to throw down, tomorrow is the last day to register for that. We're kicking off here in a few weeks. So everybody on the call, do us a favor. Start chatting with people inside location. Encourage them. Okay. This replay will be available. So anybody watching back on replay, thanks for hopping on. Everybody that hopped on live on the call, this was cool. It's the first year we did this. So thanks for making the time. Thanks for everybody encouraging with the feedback at the program. And we'll catch you guys here in a few weeks for start. Much love,
Thank you.
Talk to you guys soon.